10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
To laugh at because I was like, I'm so
Are live.
Hi.
So if you're watching on your end, it might trip you up a little bit because it's about 10 seconds behind.
Mm-hmm. Well, mine's even more behind than that, I think. So, Tammie's is coming up. Hers is counting down,
I'm
and
counting
mine's
down.
not counting down yet. It's weird, but anyway, it's muted, so my comments will just be delayed.
Maddie's jumping up and down. Descendants 3, Descendants 3. So, are you guys familiar with Disney Channel?
No, not anymore.
Oh my gosh, go! It's like, oh my gosh, I'm listening to myself in my left ear. It's not cool.
Mine's just now counting down.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for let's see here. It's just the three of us on right now, but when people join us, let's see here. You are all right. So on the left in the skull shirt we have Tammie, and then on the right we have Amie, and it's girl takeover night. So woohoo!
Woo!
Chris is out of town right now. He is visiting his family, and doing a celebration of life for his dad. So he gets a little time off. But so I figured we could probably tell him how we met, which was at a ghost hunting event. Yep. And I think I didn't pull up any clips. I should have pulled up some clips. That would have been funny for them to hear your interpretations of when things were coming over the speaker.
Oh yeah, because we commentary everything.
Well, it'd be funny because like Amie would be like, "I hear this," and Tammie would be like, "Y'all don't want to hear my interpretation."
Exactly. You don't know what I thought I heard.
You'd be like, "Demon? No, was that demon in bed? No."
But yeah, so
it was fun.
At Henricus, we kept hearing the duck man too.
Oh my gosh, and the growling.
Remember, he kept going quack in the church. Quack.
Oh yeah, quack quack.
Quack.
Yeah, the growling. You know, the growling popped up a little bit at Scotchtown, but not as much as it did that night though.
It was
a lot at Henricus.
He was vicious growler.
Well, now we're using the Echo Box, so we don't get any of that stuff anymore.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm curious, what, like, you guys said that Henricus was your first event, so what got y'all into, like, curious about going to paranormal events?
Well, I think for both of us, we both watch it a lot on TV, and I've been watching it for years, but I think it popped up on my, in my feed on Facebook, and I sent her a message and tagged her in and said, we should go. And then she sends me a text message. She said, tickets bought. And I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, done.
I was like, just let me know how much I owe you.
So you guys, you had never been to one before Henricus?
Not like that.
But we've been friends for years and years and years, and never really, I don't think we ever really knew. I mean, we knew that we watched the show.
That we each liked it.
But we didn't know how like into it each other were. So
and now you're like what, 2 or 3 events down and going to
more.
Yeah. And coming to the cabin with us.
Yes.
You bring in your Depends.
Probably gonna need them from what you keep telling us. So
well, you know,
we'll see.
My first time there was, it was a memorable experience, if that's what you want. But I've heard other people that they'll talk it up and they'll be like, oh, nothing happened. So
yeah, it just depends, I guess.
Yeah.
On whether they feel like they can communicate with you, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I don't think either one of us knew what to expect at all when we went to the first one.
Right.
To Henricus.
And if you hear dogs in the background, it's because they decided they wanted to run up and down the hallway while we're on here.
But
I'll probably have a cat jump in my lap and then a dog do zoomies behind me.
But yeah, I don't think neither one of us knew what to expect, and I think I think in a way we were both hoping that we would just have this big revelation of something
Yeah.
happening. You know, we would get pushed or shoved or, you know, touched some kind of way, or
Right.
just hear some real definitive thing happen. And, you know, you kind of learn that it's not quite like that.
Right.
Things happen, but not in that perspective.
You watch, I mean, because, you know, you're used to watching the shows, and of course, the shows are going to show the major highlights or
And exaggerate.
an exaggeration thereof.
So are we talking about a certain guy who likes to go through
Wear
buildings?
black rim glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's funny
He's one
though,
of them.
but
He is, I mean, he is entertaining. You have to give him that.
but yeah, he'd almost gotten to where, for me, when I was watching him, he was just getting too over the top with it. So I stopped watching him for a while, but I didn't stop watching the other people. But
Yeah.
I'm back to watching him again now. But yeah, he so in a way you just expect to say, you know, you're standing there and then say, "Oh my God, you feel that? Something touched me." You know, you feel like that's what's supposed to happen.
Right.
And
I still watch him, but I'm sitting there yelling
Yeah.
at the screen half the time, going, "You whatever, that's not real."
Right, exactly.
and you know, or like all these people getting scratched and having these huge scratches on them and stuff like that. You keep thinking that's what's going to happen.
It did happen at Henricus, though.
Yeah,
I did see somebody with a scratch.
Or but you know, you kind of want to happen to you only so you can validate it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't really want to be scratched,
No.
but to me that would show
But unless
that
you're
it really is there.
unless you're with that person and it happens,
Yeah.
and then it just all of a sudden appears, okay, you just hit yourself. I mean, you know, and I'm not a skeptic. I'm not. But I found, especially with Henricus, or our first one, that I'm more of a skeptic than I gave myself credit for.
Well,
Because I was just like, really?
Yeah.
Really? So,
well, what did you think about when that book bag was pushed off the bench?
really?
Really?
That's what I thought. But I didn't see it fall. I didn't see how it fell. I didn't see the force behind it. All
Yeah.
I did was hear it hit the floor. So I didn't hear it with my own eyes. Tammie,
You didn't hear it with your own
I mean, I
eyes?
didn't see it with my own. I might have had one too a little bit more.
And see, that's the thing about us. I'll point out what she says wrong in a heartbeat because she's so funny.
I say stuff wrong all the time.
But yeah, I saw it fall. I saw it hit the ground. I didn't see it get pushed, but I saw it when it fell,
Yeah.
hit the floor. And
I think the reaction of it by other people was exaggerated, but it's all in their perception.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all,
So I try not to put that judgmental cap on when I'm, and especially after that first investigation.
Mhm.
I really try not to, because it's so easy to do. It really is. And you can't discredit what somebody else feels or sees because you're not feeling it and seeing
right.
it.
Well,
we had that discussion the other night.
Oh, really?
No, you and I remember on
Oh.
the thing,
Yeah.
Messenger. Yeah, you. Well, did you read them?
No.
You were part of the.
Oh, that's
group.
right.
You just weren't.
You're just
probably
like,
weren't
where
dead.
were you?
It was if it was after 9, she was in bed.
So you were sleep talking,
Yeah.
pillow talking.
But yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Just sometimes people's reactions are a little over the top, and then some people's reactions are underwhelming.
Right.
You know,
Well, I think some people, if you watch the video clip where when I was in the Rock Hall, the Reverend's house.
Mm-hmm.
she did not like that house.
Well, if you watch the clip, some people might be like, "Oh my God, Melissa is like overacting," but legitimately, I was spooked.
You
And
were very spooked.
I was spooked the night before.
Yeah.
I know you said you got ran out the night after. I mean, the morning after.
yeah,
But when we were in there with our group and the other group,
Transcend.
Transcend
was with us.
Chris was behind me with the SLS camera.
hmm
And then you and him and another person decided to go upstairs and go to the Reverend's bedroom, and y'all started, and it was weird because later on we found out y'all were asking questions and it was answering it downstairs.
Yeah, we had no clue. That's odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that was, but I kept feeling like somebody was still behind me. Like Chris was still behind me.
She was constantly
and
looking
she
over her
was-
shoulder.
she was sitting beside me, and I kept going like,
Ugh.
you know, just.
You
Like
were
I couldn't
sitting over
take
there
it.
near the hallway that goes behind the stairs, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where the footsteps stomped behind
Right.
me.
Where you got spooked the next morning.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just kept like, and Tammie would look at me and go, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I feel like somebody's standing over my shoulder." She's like, "Amie, there's nobody back there." I
It's like
said,
nothing's
"I
there.
know."
And see, the feeling that she had there is the feeling I had at Scotchtown.
Yeah. Where at in Scotchtown?
When we went into the basement,
Hmm.
you know, you just had that heebie-jeebie feeling.
I didn't really. I had one experience. Well, actually, Chris had an experience too, but we didn't realize it until after. But you know that middle room where the bed frame is,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and the headless mannequin.
Yeah.
So there's no windows in there.
Yeah.
And I'm looking towards the mannequin. I see a big white flash of light. And I couldn't explain it. We weren't taking pictures at the time, and there's no windows. And so I thought that was really odd. But then Chris got pictures back from, I think it was Julie from Transcend. She sent, or was it Tiffany? No, it was Tiffany. There's that light in there, that light bulb that hangs down from the ceiling, and it's got the pull cord on it. She has pictures of it swinging back and forth over his head.
Oh, wow. Now, when we went down there, you went outside to go get Chris because he was MIA. And
And we
Rhonda,
heard
was
a
it
wail.
Rhonda?
Yeah.
She's like, do y'all want to go see Sarah's bedroom? She said, we can't go in there, but I'll open the door so you can see where her area was. And when she opened the door, you could feel the temperature change because where we were, it was rather cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where
We opened the door and we
it was
stuck our
warm.
arm in, and it was very, very warm. So you could feel the temperature change. Plus, right as she was opening the door, we heard this wicked scream.
We heard the same thing when we went back down there.
And
Later
the
at
other
night,
people
yeah,
in the
and
other
we
room,
got to
they
go
heard
in
it
there.
too, but they heard it from a different. It sounded like a different area for them
Really?
than what we heard it. And at first, I thought it was the door, but it was like no, that was a scream. It sounded just like it was really weird. But and she just looked at me and she's like, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, "Yes." I was like, we just couldn't explain where it came from.
Was that your
Like
first disembodied voice?
Yes.
See, and
That way, yes.
Well, to me, when I heard it, I looked at her and I was like, "What was that?" Because to me, it sounded like a large group of people outside laughing.
Okay.
Like it was just, it wasn't really a laugh or joyful sound. It just sounded like a crowd laughing.
Okay.
That's the way I heard it. And I was like, and they were like, no, none of these groups would be out there doing that because they know other people are investigating. And I didn't even think of it like that.
Right.
So that's the way I heard it. But she said, no, that was a scream. That was a wail.
Yeah.
And everybody else said, no, that was a wail. And I was like, I can see that now. And I can understand that none of the other groups are going to be out there just, cutting up laughing because they know people are recording and stuff like that. But it didn't, I guess,
Click at the
because
time.
you don't, unless you're in that frame of mind that this is what you're doing, you're used to hearing other things, and your mind substitutes something for one sound for another.
Well, no, that's what your brain is naturally programmed to do. It's
Right.
when you look at, that's where they have the I think I might pronounce it correctly, pareidolia. Pareidolia. Whenever you see or hear something, you automatically want to make sense of something.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you'll see things where there aren't things. You'll hear things where there aren't necessarily things. But we heard the same. Well, we didn't hear. It wasn't a scream. It was like a drawn out song note.
I'm gonna kill my dogs.
No, it's you're like sitting there going, God, dang it. It's okay.
There's the background. You talk about disembodied voices.
They're
And
just
then
having
the
fun.
other weird thing that happened at Scotchtown when we were standing near the witness tree,
Mm-hmm.
Amie and I decided to walk over towards the garden area.
Yeah.
And
Where the flowers
Julie
were.
and Rhonda and another lady had walked on down that path.
They'd gone down there, I think the original driveway or something they called it. Or
Yeah.
And so when we were walking over there, Amy's like, is anybody over there? And I was like, yeah. It's like that guy Richard is sitting down on the bench from Transcend, I think. That's who he's with. And I said, it's just him and her. And
it didn't.
And
it
I
didn't
pointed,
dawn-
and I just
dawn on
pointed, and I was
me.
like, him and her. Because I saw a lady standing there that had a black shirt on, so I thought it was one of the Transcend team. I actually thought it was Rhonda because of the hair just kind of blended down into the shirt, sort of. So I'm standing, and as we're walking closer, Amy's like, who did you, it's just him. And I was like, I don't,
Where'd
where'd
the
go?
other person go? And I'm like, there was no other person.
And I'm like, I wouldn't have said it's just him and her down there if I didn't see somebody.
She's like, Amy, there was somebody standing here in
And I'm like,
black.
somebody
I'm telling
was
you.
standing
And
here.
I was like, no. And she even tried to walk back in the yard and walk back at the same
I walked
angle.
back backwards to
different
see
ways
if it
to
was
see if
one
she
of
could see
the
something else.
one of the poles from the railing of the fence or the gate to see if it mimicked what I had saw to start with, and I didn't see it anymore.
That's crazy.
And when we did walk up on Richard sitting there, he was doing
An
flashlight.
EVP.
He was doing an EVP, and he had the flashlight there, and he said he was getting flashlight play.
So this is where the benches are, right?
Right, where the two flower gardens were on
Yeah.
the east side of the thing with the benches. So he was sitting on the bench to the left, and as we were walking that way, I could see her to his right.
That is
So
so.
when we got there was nothing, but he said he was getting flashlight play. So I told Amie, I said, maybe that's who was playing with his flashlight.
Well, here's the crazy part. We didn't talk about this last week when we were talking about Scotchtown.
Right.
We were sitting on the bench on the left, right? Because the one on the right had bird poo on it. We're like, we're not sitting on that one. But so we're watching. Those tall. They were tall purple flowers. I was watching those flowers. There was only maybe a 6-inch section that kept doing this. Like something was.
Like waving,
Yeah. Well, no, like
something was
pushing them
Yeah.
to the side.
or running hands through it. It just looked like that.
Right.
And I got up and I was trying to figure out, okay, is there a grasshopper? But a grasshopper wouldn't affect 6 stalks all at
Right.
once, and nothing else around it was moving. And so I was sitting there, and we had
It
it on
wasn't
video.
windy that day at all.
No.
It was hot.
No.
And I'm looking at Chris and I'm like, are you seeing this? Because am I just imagining it? He's like, no, I'm watching it too. And then above our head, just one branch with leaves on it started moving above our head, and that was it. So that's okay. Was he on the bench on the left?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we walked up, as we were walking up, he was on the left.
That's so crazy. So there's definitely something hanging out there.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
And then you said you kept seeing all the somebody kept seeing all the dragonflies today.
She
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we got a couple
my
pictures of them too, because
Yeah, you guys got some really good pictures.
and
Butterflies.
yeah, butterfly. Did y'all go back up into the attic that night?
No,
Yeah, no.
it was too darn hot to go up there.
It was
Yeah,
hot.
it was very. I think that was my aha moment out of all the investigations is when we went into the attic
And did the SLS.
and did the SLS.
Oh,
Even
really?
though you didn't get to record it in the attic because it was just a quick sweep, but that was because when we first got there, we were kind of walking through all the rooms. I'm gonna hurt my dog so bad. We were kind of going through all the rooms, and I was in front of Tammie coming from one of the bedroom that was attached. And when I came in, I went straight to the steps.
Mhm.
She's like, come here, come
And
here.
I said, come here, this just feels weird.
We're drawn directly to
And
him.
and she came and she was like, yeah, it's just a strange stairway, And we kind of kept looking up the
We didn't look-
stairwell, like, should we go up there? And then we're like, no.
We didn't know if
Everybody
we were
else was
allowed
scared to go.
But,
Well, I won't say scared, but nobody else wanted to go up there. They're like, oh no, we're staying
Well,
away.
Tammie told me later that night, she was like, going up there, Amie. I said, I ain't going up there by myself.
I always do. I'm always telling somebody first, go do
I
it.
saw you
Go
do it if you think it's so interesting.
But I'll be the first to volunteer to do it.
Right.
You know, I'm always going to egg somebody else on to do it.
Yeah.
But
That's like
I'll be the
that's
first
like
to do
Chris
it.
for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, go ahead, Chris. I need some light in front of me.
yeah, just like
Right.
at Henrica's, go sit in the judge's chair. We did that at
Yeah.
at Hanover.
Mm-hmm.
We went and set up in the judge's,
Oh, I was.
Oh, you did?
Up there,
Yeah.
there in the chair,
and
but I didn't feel anything. They
What
said,
about in
"Watch out, sitting
what
up
about in
there."
the jail cell at Hanover?
yeah, I didn't go in the cell. We should have went in it.
I didn't get anything in the cell. Upstairs was where.
Well, upstairs, from what I understand, I got a real tight feeling here. But they said that the wiring is horrible in that area where they put the wire in and all that. And they said that it's like, was it Central Paranormal?
Oh,
Group?
the Center for Paranormal Research.
Yeah.
CPRI.
He tried getting like a grounding and all that, and or something to that effect, and he said that he couldn't. The wiring was just that bad. So he said if you're sensitive to things like that, then that's probably what you were feeling.
Yeah.
So and some people got a headache when they went up there in that room. It was like the little office area or whatever upstairs.
She felt
And then
pressure.
I felt pressure like here.
There was a lot of hanging in the jail. They did a lot of hanging. She said she kept feeling pressure in and around her neck area. And her, that was in Henrica's with the pressure in your ear, wasn't it? Or was that at Hanover?
I don't remember.
Oh no, they're all starting. Well, you've definitely been on more than most. Because before, I think when I first started, I was like, like 1 every 6 months, and now we're like 2 or more.
We did the first 3 in a month. So.
Yeah, within about a month's time or 2 months at least. But yeah.
And there's more coming too.
Yeah, and I think the one thing neither one of us one reason neither one of us had ever done anything before is because we didn't know there was anything really local to do. Other than I did know about the Exchange, the hotel.
I was opposite. I never. Well, because did you guys grow up in Virginia?
Yes.
So we grew up around this stuff. We're like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, Powhatan, Tappahannock. She was Tappahannock, Powhatan,
but I'm
not
all-
Powhatan. So, but like I said, we just didn't know there were actual other than like going on ghost walks, like in Richmond,
Yeah,
that
where
type of thing.
They tell you a story
just
as you're
stories.
walking through, and it's like, I don't want to do that. I want to go on an investigation. I want to actually see what kind of evidence we can.
Yeah, and we
can
didn't
see.
know there were things here to do.
oh yeah. There's. I like I said. I was the opposite. I traveled all the way to Iowa and West
Right.
Virginia, and
I want to do the penitentiary in West Virginia.
it's pretty cool.
I want to do that.
I think it'll be interesting because, well, you don't work in a corrections facility anymore, do you, Amy?
Not
No,
not
yeah.
anymore. But
But-
I worked the same one she did for a
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
So I think that would be interesting because they'll, they pick up on these things. But
Oh,
it's interesting because I had a conversation with somebody when I went to Albans, and that's where I had the hitchhiker.
right.
Oh wow.
And when I was talking to somebody, I was like, what the hell? I went to West Virginia State Pen where you had the worst of the worst, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't mess with me. It was like we had they respected my bubble,
Right.
I was like, but then I go to this place and I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I thought either I was too confident or my techniques that I thought I had for protection were overinflated. Like I just thought too much of it. And somebody said to me, she's like, well, Melissa, think about it. When you go to an insane asylum, they don't play by the rules. At least at a prison, they have some sort of structure.
Right.
And
Or
so-
should.
Yeah. I mean, but they still have, even if it's not prison rules, they have their own rules that they follow.
Right.
And so I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, that kind of makes sense. So.
And I would like to go to some type of asylum.
She wants to
also.
do an asylum
Whoa.
too.
Well,
Yeah.
I told Chris I'd take him to St. Albans. So.
Wow.
Oh, and that guy I was telling you about for the New Jersey paranormal.
Yeah.
it's not the guy I thought it was. Same
Oh,
name.
no.
Same name.
Did you talk to him?
But no, but and I hadn't seen him in many years. So as an adult, to me, this is what he still would have looked like. So the look of this guy and the one I was thinking he was are very similar. It was crazy. So, but I was on one of his lives when he was at Gettysburg. Because I told him, I said, we have a lot of the Virginia people up there in Gettysburg and all that. And I did tell him, I said, you ought to come to the cabin on 360.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl that was with him was like, I've heard about that. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, oh, okay. So, but he never responded or anything. But other than that, but
The
I
cabin's,
got to I got to doing a little more investigation, looking on Facebook for people, and then I finally actually found, because I went on his sister's Facebook and found him, and I was looking at him and I was like, not the same person. Same name.
We're still following them, though.
Exact same name, because I mean, you learn things from everybody, so why not follow them? And they've got some interesting looking things going on too. So
Yeah.
but it was funny.
I can't remember the name of the place. I have it written down somewhere in this house.
Oh, the
I
one
don't
in
know.
Georgia?
Yeah, the one in Georgia. That I was telling you about before. My sister-in-law is trying to get contact information because she knows the cousin of the person who owns the house.
Okay.
So it was an old sorority house, and there was a mass murder there.
Oh, boy.
And the housekeeper won't stay there. The groundskeeper, the person who keeps the house grounds and the house inside done, will not stay there after dark.
Are there people actively living there right now?
No, they
Oh,
won't let anybody live there because
really?
it's that active.
Really? We're like, field trip.
Yep. So I'm trying to get contact information so that maybe we can get a group together to go investigate.
Is it coastal Georgia, central Georgia? Do you know?
It's near Auburn, Georgia, right?
Okay, that's U of Georgia, isn't it?
Huh?
University of Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's in that area. It's right outside of Winder, Georgia,
Okay.
which is like 45 minutes from Atlanta.
Okay. Hot Lana.
Yep, to give you a central location. But I'm trying to get contact information. She said that she talked to the cousin and she was like, I want to go. I want to go in that house. And the cousin's like, no, you really don't want to go in that house. She said, no, I'm telling you, I want to go in that house.
Yeah.
But I'll try to get a hold of him and see if I can get you in there. She said, I want to check it out before I give you any information and y'all decide to investigate. I said, well,
No, not by herself though. You don't go to those places by
no.
yourself.
I said, well, why don't you give me the information and I'll see if we can include you in the investigation.
I'll see about it. But thanks for doing me the favor. I'm just kidding.
Right. So, but I don't know if anybody's ever investigated it.
That would be kind of cool.
So, but it's a beautiful home on the outside,
Oh wow.
and it's like I said, it was a sorority house, and somebody went in and it was like a mass murder of the sorority girls.
So, oh,
Wow.
Yikes. Well, I'm sure there's probably a lot of urban legends about that place too.
And it's
especially-
right on the railroad tracks. Everything that happens like that is on the railroad tracks.
You know, it's funny that
probably
you
a
bring that up
transient.
though. Yeah, because railroad tracks, rivers, any kind of place where you see a lot of travel. Like Malvern is not on a river, but it's in a railroad town,
Right.
and so you have a lot of people. I guess there's a lot of theories about that, to be honest. But
Yeah.
so what kind of gear are you guys buying now? Because I know after like I was like Amazon doing all sorts of stuff, Ghost Stop.
Well, I came home from Scotchtown and looked at my husband and said, I want an SLS camera.
I know.
He said, well, how much is this going to set me back? I said, only $600 to $800. And he was like, no. He said, I'm getting ready to buy my own business. No. was like, well.
I don't think neither one of us has actually bought anything. She's downloaded a couple apps that you had to purchase.
Yeah.
For the phone, but we haven't actually bought anything yet.
No, I've been looking. I've been looking at Amazon, but I haven't committed to anything yet.
Did you guys bring recorders?
Though.
Huh? I would say I would recommend your first thing is just be a good recorder. And I can send you guys a couple links for some good ones. It depends on like how much you want to spend. But like I have Chris's was like $100 or something. I'm getting ready to buy another one that's kind of a higher end one. But then I have one that was like $16. And so I will set them all out and see what they all get.
Yeah.
Now, the only other thing that I would have to figure out is like how, I mean, if I need any kind of program when I'm searching the recordings to kind of drown out some of the background. You don't want to do that necessarily with the program because that could take out the EVP itself. Gotcha.
I like to look at the wavelengths when I'm looking at stuff, and I'll show you guys when we go somewhere next again, or we meet up again, because you can see. I would bring it up, but it would take.
Yeah, we saw it last week when you were
like on my memos
doing the
my
wavelengths.
phone, if I'm recording on my memo,
yeah,
you can see the wavelength on it,
and you'll see how it's different than our voice. It'll be completely different. It'll be kind of like in the program that I use. It's Adobe Audition, so that cost. But you can get, there's a program, because Chris doesn't like spending, he likes spending money, big bucks on big things. But he,
money.
Sometimes I'm like, you did what? Like you would, I'm his wife, no.
That's an inside joke, people.
Yeah, it's a side joke. I'm not his wife. All right, so backstory on that one when we were at Scotchtown.
That was funny.
Oh,
your husband. Oh, whoa.
I was like, he's married, but not to me.
Yeah.
But you would think sometimes, like, because, like, I think one day he accidentally sent me a screenshot of it was like some transactions from his bank, and I'm like, what the hell? Why are you spending money on this and that? And he's like, oops. I was like,
oh, and you did get to watch him go to the bathroom, right? On his camera.
What?
I just saw the toilet bowl.
Other than the toilet.
I saw the toilet bowl, thank God, because that was it.
I mean, that's funny enough.
Woo.
Hey, I mean, that's what married people do.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. He's probably glad he's not on this one.
I asked him if he was going to hop on. I don't see him watching either. So he's probably...
it's distracted.
Well, he's probably got other stuff going on.
Yeah, that too.
He's getting some good food. Oh my God, he's out near Kansas City. Have you guys ever been out there?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Do you like steak?
Yeah.
I love steak.
And barbecue. Now they have a different kind of barbecue. I like Carolina style, but they just have...
I like it all. I'll go either way on the barbecue stuff. I like Carolina style. I like the vinegar base, but then I like your dry rubs and Memphis dry rub.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get him to smoke something for the cabin because he does a really great job smoking.
We have an electric smoker on the rack porch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out. I'm like, all right, am I going to do burgers and because like I want to feed folks because you need to have a full stomach when you're doing.
He does.
Huh?
I said he does. Or you'll growl.
Yeah, he definitely.
No, that's what made his stomach growl. So
eating made his stomach growl.
Do you know what he's not supposed to eat red meat?
Oh.
And you know what he did?
Ate red meat.
He went and got a damn taco from Burger King.
Oh no.
First of all, it's Burger King. You don't get
right. Yeah.
But he's like, it tasted like Jack in the Box. It was so good.
What? What are they doing?
Oh, he's doing.
Oh, let's see the babies.
Fred, what are you doing?
Here.
Hold on, I'll get him. Come here, Fred. Come here. It's okay.
He thinks he's in trouble now.
Come here, buddy. Tim had to get a bath today.
Aww.
You're on TV. You're on Facebook again.
Facebook Live.
So my thing with him is every time we post something about Fred, it's hashtag damn it Fred. Because he's still a puppy. So
That reminds me of that movie growing up, the Invisible Friend, Fred. Was it? Do you remember that?
Yeah, he's looking at you going, what?
And Stitch is just looking at us pouting.
What?
Hi, Fred.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Aw.
All right, Stitch, you want your turn? Are
Come here,
you
Stitch.
ready?
Come here, Stitch. Come here.
Come here. Who's my pretty princess?
He's a boy.
He's a boy, but he's my princess.
Now I know you guys have talked about earlier how you have felt things and you've had your experiences. Have you noticed your pets acting off sometimes?
I haven't. But my pets act crazy anyway.
Aw. A Pekingese, right?
Yes.
I do it good.
That's my
He's fluffy.
Stitch.
I've noticed different. We both have had multiple pets in the past and all. So I have noticed in the past I had some pets that would all of a sudden they'd be asleep, and all of a sudden they would just wake up and they'd sit there and stare, and they might get that little growl going on.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there looking like, you're looking around, or you're listening to wait for somebody to knock on the door or something, because our dogs always knew somebody was in the driveway before we did.
Right.
And nothing would be around. I'm trying to think. I have a English cream golden retriever, and he's this color too.
Aw.
But I haven't really noticed much of anything with him. Every now and again he'll look up and just kind of look around at stuff, but I don't know if it's just him looking around or if he's actually kind of feeling something on his own. But
My dogs are always doing something crazy. So
they're always barking anyway.
they're always
Oh, hey, look who just joined us.
Chris?
Hi, Chris!
Chris!
Oh, we were wondering where you were. We were talking shit about you. You know, Burger King.
Oh, Fred wants back up.
Cameras in the bathroom.
You know,
Let's see if
calling people names.
No.
He calls us the evil twins. I'm not sure why.
I liked it, and she was like, "Why we gotta be evil?" I'm laughing. I'm saying ha ha ha, and she's like, "Why are we evil?"
Oh, he says he's eating dinner, so he's gonna
Please
look
don't
like.
eat red meat, Chris.
Oh my gosh, where was that one emoji where it was the alien from Men in Black? Was it on my page or his page? Oh, it was on his page. Hang on.
Oh, somebody else
Hey,
joined.
Nikki. That's his
Hi,
sister. Hey,
Nikki.
Nikki.
I had to make sure you ladies were behaving.
We don't behave. You ought to know that by now.
I told him he should get on here with us, and then it would just be.
He ate smoked turkey.
He said it was smoked turkey.
No, it wasn't. He's such a liar.
No, that's what he's eating
Oh,
now.
I guess that's what he. Oh, okay, I was thinking that too.
No.
That it was. That's what he ate that night.
No, that's what he's eating now.
Oh my. God.
Molly,
Here we go. All right, we're gonna pull this over here.
Mr. Puppy.
And
She ain't coming over here though.
let's see
Yeah,
here.
Molly won't come. She got a Boston Terrier too.
He's going bullshikey. There you go, Chris. You guys will see it here in just a second up on the screen. That's Chris and Burger King tacos.
Uh-oh. Why are you gonna get a taco
There we
from
go.
Burger King?
Because it's $1. That's why.
Let's see.
You know you gotta try everything once.
No, you don't.
It won't. Oh, there we go. Full screen.
Under there.
I was like, come in.
That's the dog
That's
scratching.
the dog scratch.
There we go. It's up on screen now. If you guys will see it, I just made it bigger. It'll take a second to catch up. But that is Chris.
Yeah, look at hers because mine's.
So,
Oh yeah, I saw. Oh, I did see that. I saw that. That was funny.
Oh my goodness. So, well, let's see here. Because they're, I told you. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's Matthew. He says they're delicious. The Burger King tacos? Come on.
I don't like Burger King
And your
that much
bubble
anyway.
starts saying yeah, I saw that.
They taste like Jack. Hey, Chris, is everybody around you at the table? We can get like a family in.
Woo!
It'd be a party.
Oh crap.
And he's probably like, no. No. Oh boy.
Send me an invite again.
Oh my goodness.
Shut up.
She lost
Is
it.
Nikki? Oh, you lost
ready?
it?
She's
Wait a minute.
Get back on everything.
there. You are. I gotcha.
Whoa.
I gotcha.
You look like Gwen Stefani.
You look like. So, Chris, do you want to get on this or what?
Here we go.
My mom, my sister. All right, well.
We started. We're reading it at the same
All
time.
right, we are gonna Skype Chris in on
They
this.
taste like Jack in the Box tacos.
Yeah.
Oh my
I've never
gosh.
had Jack in the Box taco. Well, we only have one
Jack in the Box closed like 30 years ago.
There's one on Jeff Davis still.
Wait a minute, there is?
I think
on
so.
Jeff Davis.
Yeah.
We used to eat at Jack in the Box all the time.
Oh my.
We're about to bring Chris in on this. Are you guys ready? I'm just waiting for him to.
Okay. I was like, what's going on?
He's like, that's pretty forward. What? Oh my gosh, Matthew. I don't know what he's talking about, but not like that.
Uh-oh. What'd you pet another dog?
No, I moved my bush hog and I found 4 itty bitty tiny baby cats.
Oh.
Put them in the little dog house out there.
Oh, here he is. Answering,
I mean, itty bitty.
or you can merge. We're gonna merge.
That's why they've been hanging out at the bush hog and out back all that time.
Hang on, we're gonna add him.
Were they brand new?
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks probably.
Eyes open?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm allergic to cats.
Okay.
But I was looking for them.
There
All right.
he is. All right, let's see
Can
if
you
we.
hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey!
Hey.
We don't see you though.
It's almost.
I know.
It's almost.
I should.
We're getting there. Okay.
All right. Welcome from Kansas.
Hey.
How many of y'all had a drink tonight so far?
Had what?
A drink.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Sure. What you got spiked in it?
I gotta drive home. Nothing.
Okay.
Now hers is different. She got Sprite and vanilla crown.
Interesting.
It's very good.
It's alright.
It's like Crown and Coke almost, right?
But it's with Sprite.
Right. That is okay. I did
It's
see that earlier.
It's a vanilla crown. So it's got a little bit of sweetness
That's
to it.
my sister.
Hey.
Hi.
That's my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Dad. Is that your dad? Your brother? That's
No.
your brother.
Oh.
I know. I got you.
Forgot.
Yeah, I forgot.
Ooh,
Yeah.
party foul. Party foul.
Party
And she's
foul.
the one drinking Dr. Pepper.
He's got his shirt on. I see you got your shirt on.
Go figure.
Yeah, I do. Gotta
Woohoo.
represent.
What kind of videos you make?
Yay.
Topless videos?
Yes. You didn't know that?
I missed that one.
I make
Oh my gosh.
I'm a money.
What time is that one?
No.
Well, we were talking about Scotchtown and all that fun stuff, and now we're talking about the cabin.
Oh yeah. You ladies are in for a treat.
I hope so.
Oh yeah. Trust me.
The one place we didn't really talk about a whole lot was Hanover Tavern.
Yeah.
Somebody else was doing an SLS when we were in the room near the. What room was it called? I can't remember what the room was called, but it had the long tables. The tables.
Oh, in front of the post office.
Yeah, in front of the post office. It was across the
room.
hall from the post office. And somebody else had an SLS camera, and supposedly something was holding my hand there.
Nice.
And I did feel air go in between my fingers, but I didn't feel like a temperature change or anything like that.
Huh.
You felt pressure on
I
here.
did felt pressure on one of my fingers, like it was pushed.
Under pressure.
Oh.
And the lady's
Oh my gosh.
flashlight kept cutting on, but I think that was.
I think that was a
I think it was. I
malfunction.
think that was a vibration because by the time she'd go to sit down,
It would
when
cut
she
on.
sit down, it would cut on.
And her chair was in close line and proximity to where
Of that, so I think
yeah.
it was a vibrate. It was cut on by the vibration of her sitting down. Because she'd get up and cut it back off, she'd sit down again, and it would come back on.
Yeah.
When you said vibration and sitting down, I was thinking a whole different thing.
We're not going there.
I
My
know.
husband already threatened. He was going to have noises in the background, and he hasn't done it. So
Well, I was thinking because Chris was sitting there and he was waiting for his stomach to. You want to tell them what you were like trying not to do so hard?
Oh, boy.
Demon stomach.
well, he's embarrassed because he's in front of his family.
Oh, they have seen it and heard it all,
Sure.
huh?
My Aunt Vicky and my Uncle Bill just got in here.
You
Oh,
trying not
hey.
to step on a frog?
Chick-fil-A. Oh,
Aw.
hey, Lucy. I guess there is a dog here. Everybody else shut off their own dogs.
Oh my gosh.
That's not a dog.
Oh, I know. It's a person. Hold on. Quick. Lucy.
Oh, the dog is a person like Charlie.
Yeah. Baby.
Well, we still haven't critiqued this video. How long is this video?
We got like
There we go. Free hands.
14 minutes.
This one's only a minute. A minute
that's
long, I think.
What we got?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you were going to show us the person.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna.
Oh, easy on that once you're keeping them again.
Huh?
Oh, they want to see the dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
They're animal people.
she's running around. That's my Aunt Vicky. That's
Oh, it's a guy. Look at that.
she's not really a dog.
yeah,
She's their child.
yeah, spoiled child. They all
That's
got
okay.
dogs. And cats. You got cats.
Yeah. Chris, we were getting ready to watch a YouTube. It was some of the most haunted events, and we were going to critique it. Well, not critique it, but just like... Do you want to watch it with us?
Sure, bring it up.
All right, let me see.
Because Matt's got his phone on. I just turned mine down so it wouldn't have the after verb and all that stuff.
Okay, so the way that this is going to work is that you guys are going to have to wait for it to come up on your Facebook screen. So
Okay.
you might want to...
Which is
It's going to come on the Facebook screen, the live.
Yeah, I
session.
just have to add a window here first. There we go.
Are we checking for sound too? Because I need to cut my phone up if that's the case. Or just watching.
We'll play it by ear, I guess.
You should be able to hear hers.
Well,
Bring up a YouTube.
I see.
Oh,
I see it on my end.
My sister's got it up on her end.
There we go. All right.
Monday.com is a platform to track
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
you
yeah.
do.
Skip the ad. All right.
3 videos capturing on camera 3
she wants to
astonishing
see our
moments.
reactions to
They've
these.
got the experts talking, now see for yourself some of the most unsettling images on the web.
Yeah, it's a really big delay.
I know.
Well,
Well,
The
Skype
Raffles
just takes up
Hotel
all
in
your
Singapore, 4 security cameras survey the area around the
man.
elevator.
What the heck was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that you're seeing right now,
In the bottom right, for a
That-
second,
that
a
was
light
Gettysburg.
appears.
Hey, Millie.
Not seen much in the catalog. And your stuff's in the What are we supposed to be watching for?
Just
Just get
The bottom right.
Whatever you see.
whatever you see.
let me try to make this
No,
bigger on my
don't.
end. There we go.
So,
I'm trying not to pay attention to my feed so that way I can see it at the same time you guys do.
Did you tap that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll move down here so I get room.
So I think this is something going on. I haven't watched this, so this is all brand new to me too.
Didn't somebody thing when the dude was asleep in the bed?
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
No, I've seen it.
The first refrigerator she had, yeah.
Oh,
So that doesn't
what do you
stop.
think about that? That woman was not in there.
Let's see, they loaded it.
Oh, they did it for her?
Yeah.
I don't think we've gotten that far yet. Oh, what the
sorry.
heck?
Is that her?
Yeah. She wasn't in there when they got in there.
In the US, a man appears to
Oh,
have
that's
heard
slow she's
something in
moving.
his house.
He got headphones.
That's too much of a form figure.
That was neat.
And I got new wipers on my car today.
That was some camera trickery.
In the corner, what looks like the figure
Sounds
of a
like it.
child.
Well, it was. It wasn't fun shopping.
Did you get any fun stuff there?
Not really.
Any fun shop for you?
Fred, what are you doing?
You got it.
Yeah, this is nice.
And see, that looks like somebody's in the
Back
corner
for a
crying.
second look.
That's creepy.
Yes.
No, it's just a porch. But I think I'm gonna see it now.
She's trying not to react, so we don't react.
Gettysburg, USA.
What the
found
heck?
Focus on
Now they're
movement
standing
of
up.
bushes.
Yeah, no.
On the left of the shot behind the rock, there is apparently a 10-foot drop.
Now this one is the Gettysburg Battlefield. I think RVA showed this one.
Asking questions.
Yeah, I think they did too. Where they keep, yep,
You need to go to the Lent Mansion. That's
see the soldiers marching or something.
St. Louis.
Oh, the Lent Mansion?
Yeah, in St. Louis.
Oh.
Once you leave, you can't come back.
What?
Yeah.
After midnight.
Huh.
You can leave, but you can't come
I'm
back
creating
in.
my Wix site.
Oh, we're going to Malvern.
What'd you guys think about that one?
That was so creepy.
Battlefield. The battlefield seems like it was probably more realistic than the first one.
What'd you think about that woman in
the elevator? That was.
That's in Eureka Springs.
That was too. That wasn't.
It's like paranormal people.
It's creepy, but but not in a spooky way. It's creepy in just where'd she come from?
Challenge. Yeah,
Like there was no.
especially since I get here in under a day.
Her body was too tiny for it to be.
what about that with that black figure in that room?
That would freak me out.
Then it was.
Then it was
squatting and then
yeah.
standing up.
Chris, did you see it?
My sister saw it. She said, that's freaking freaky.
Freaking freaky.
Well, number one, I wouldn't have opened the door to look back in there again. After seeing
Well,
it
they
in the
wanted to
corner.
see if it was still there.
I know, but it was staring at him.
Let me see if I can find another short one real
It looked
quick.
like it was posted. Like.
I know. Posted up.
Crescent?
No,
Or the Mint?
Oh,
the Lent Mansion.
Oh, Lent Mansion.
Lent. L-E-M-P.
Oh, Limp. Okay.
L-E-M-P.
Okay, L-E-M-P.
I want to see what you guys think. I know RVA brought it up, right?
And Sacred.
But have you guys seen the Ghost of Morgantown?
Oh.
I don't
Yeah,
I don't think so.
places doing construction and tends to stir up things.
Let me see here.
That was back in the 1800s.
I'm gonna bring it up and I want to see what y'all think because this was insane.
It's cast anywhere else or just Facebook?
It goes to Instagram. We also have it posted on YouTube as well.
Does it
You
live
watch it
stream to
live?
YouTube?
We're still working on that. So right now, we seem to get a lot more hits on Facebook than anything else.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
It's funny watching it here and then turn around and see
But you
it.
look good.
I know.
What?
No, she does.
Oh, okay.
The delay. All right, here we go. So you guys, Chris, have you seen this?
Not yet.
All right, let me. Hey, Morgan City. It's a new show that just came out. There we go. Popped up on the screen. So this is down in Louisiana, and it's insane.
Oh, I've seen the previews for this. I haven't seen the actual show that though.
Yeah. Nope. Don't want nothing to do with that.
No, she doesn't. Yeah, you just have to sit.
Oh, Dad, this is one that they showed too the other night on
Don't
somebody else's live.
Yeah, RVA showed it.
Okay.
Reactions to me are just, you know what I mean?
This one had me iffy when I first saw it. I want to believe that it's a full aberration.
It's kind of crazy because, you know, he did a recap on this on his. I wish I had.
Yeah,
prepared for
they
this.
said.
Yeah.
They said he did the recap and explained everything, which made it more, I think, believable than just seeing the video.
See him at the end of the steps, and I went.
But this is actually from the show, so
onto the pavement and just.
But yeah.
Oh, I have been watching this show.
Oh, you have?
I just realized what it was. Yeah, I didn't know the name of it.
I've never been injured like this before. Where it's
But
like
they
It's
said,
different
like,
things,
and when he broke it down and showed each part of it, he said, I saw the light come on. There was nobody in the room, and the light came on in the room, and then you saw somebody walk through, and then
You can start using Discord.
Right.
So that's Google
cut on,
Hangouts.
cut off, and then somebody walked
This
through.
is now.
I tried to
Yeah,
get
see,
back
yes, right there.
Okay.
And
But
by
she got
him
something
breaking
else.
it down and explaining it made it more believable for me
me back.
than just
Discord's
watching the
pretty
video.
cool. If you're in a class from another, you have to get us.
And I think we were
You have
practicing
to buy a membership.
Yeah, I think she bought a membership in the
during
thing.
the
So
summer.
What?
Like
the system you're not using OBS anymore, right?
it was the first
Yeah.
time that he
What were you
got
using
over
again?
a Map was here,
We are.
just the two of us. So we
You had to ask.
just built a movie with him.
Hey,
And so I was like,
he asked.
X split.
Yeah.
Huh?
X split.
XSplit.
Far in between that we can like watch a movie. So I was like,
So.
shut up and listen.
Well, we're coming up on the hour,
Yesterday.
so we can stick around and chat more afterwards offline if you guys want, or
He,
I don't know, it's up to you. But
and I was like,
time flew by tonight, and we didn't even get to tell y'all stories.
That's okay.
right here, I'm like,
We got him again. We can probably
About,
go next
we
week.
wanted to talk about like what we've experienced by ourselves before.
You know what? We're just gonna have to bring you back.
Oh, to him?
There you go.
We're gonna have to bring you back online. Yeah, because she was.
positive.
They saw some people at Scotchtown sitting on the bench next to Richard.
Tammie did, yeah.
No, she was standing beside him.
Oh, standing. And then your boyfriend's house.
Ex. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. But that was like a long
Yeah,
time
he's on his
ago.
third wife now, so.
That's like my ex-husband.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
like
but he was just a boyfriend, not a nothing else.
I work Tuesday,
Yeah.
Thursday, and today.
But yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah, we'll have to come back after we do the Cabin on 360.
Yeah.
we can go live at Cabin 360, all of us.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens
So
there.
how many people do you have confirmed so far for that?
It's super small. I think there's 10 of us or less. So.
See, I think that's more like what we kind of want to be a part of is like the smaller groups that aren't.
Instead of like breaking off into different groups and things like that.
Yeah, not too small to where we can't, because there's two structures, right? So we want, if people want to go to one structure, we want enough to where they can go do that, because you have to have safety in numbers,
Yes,
especially in
exactly.
the ranch. But not too many to where it's
Chris is just like, yes.
Like a bobblehead doll over there.
he's like that ranch is not just a dressing.
Yep. If Dennis heard that, he'd probably like slap you silly.
Probably. Are you guys going to his open investigation? Speaking of Dennis, are you going to that one? That's what, this month?
Yeah, it's 25th, I believe.
Yeah, are you guys?
I don't know anything about it.
I hadn't planned on it because I
That's a
was kinda
Sunday.
waiting
No, it's Saturday night, I think, or Saturday.
Well, then that's the 24th. The only reason the 23rd is a Friday because I'm having surgery that day.
Oh, well, then you probably aren't going to go anywhere that weekend.
It's just carpal tunnel surgery.
Oh.
It's okay.
She said it's okay.
Well,
Yeah, it's not open heart or anything.
we'll have some more gear. We'll have 2 SLSs by then.
Okay. Well, we'll have to plan on getting.
Yeah,
tickets
where's
for
that at?
At the cabin.
That's at the cabin.
Mechanicsville.
Yeah, Mechanicsville. Yeah.
And that's
We could do that.
I can't remember. It's coming up, but I can't remember when exactly.
What?
The Dennis's
Oh,
public one.
the end of the month.
End of August.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't pay attention.
Yes,
So.
live.
So, alrighty, well, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I hope you guys had fun.
We got
We
7
did.
people watching.
Yeah, there's food.
Tammie said, "Oh, we got 7 people watching."
Just wait until you watch, like, because there will be other people coming on and they'll watch it later.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you're famous. No, it's
Yeah.
kidding.
I had like 3 or 4 of my friends watch for a little while. So.
Hey, y'all, can I get your autograph?
Yeah.
Look,
No
that's not good.
autographs,
Oh my
really.
gosh. Look, Chris, can I tell your fan story?
Huh?
Can I tell your fan story?
Go ahead.
That was a you're going to anyway.
No, I wouldn't say it without him.
Oh, no.
Well, no.
Now you have to
Did he
tell it.
just realize he was
Hey,
with
gotta tell
family and didn't want them to know, or?
No, look, he pulled the
Now you
naive
have to
card,
know.
and whether he wants to say the naive card or whatever, like, there was a person, and he was like, "Love you too, boo," and I'm like, "What are we in high school?" And then I was like, "Chris, why are you saying that on here?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just showing some love to my fans," and I'm like, "Okay." And then. And then I was like, you do realize that if your significant other sees this, they're going to flip their lid. And he's like, what's wrong with saying love you too, boo? And I'm like, that's like an affectionate term, dingy.
Dingy.
Oh my gosh. So he's like, oh, I'm going to correct it really quick.
Instead, Tammie says that to me all the time.
They sound more like from the South than any of us. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we all do?
No.
What,
Oh my
Chris?
gosh.
They're funny.
So I'm trying to talk my husband into going on an investigation with us at some point.
Bring
So-
him to the cabin.
He said somebody's gonna grab my ass.
Ooh, hang on, at the cabin. Upstairs. It used to be a brothel.
Yeah.
Where? At the cabin?
Yeah.
So you can get your ass grabbed.
And there'll be black
Somebody
lights
will
going
grab
on.
it there. Since
You can
it
get
doesn't
some-
happen here.
You can get some true affection.
Grabbed by a ghostly.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness.
We wouldn't be able to investigate anything if he was there.
Well,
Honestly.
is he a serious demeanor
Commentary
kind
would
of
be off the
person?
hook.
I'm sorry, what?
Is he like a serious demeanor kind of person, or is he kind of like Chris, who likes
not
to
at
joke?
all. No, he's not
Yeah.
serious at
That's
all.
why I said the commentary would be off the hook.
Oh well, him and Chris would be best buddies.
Oh, probably. But
Chris-
you thought Tammie held back what she thought she heard saying. He doesn't do that.
Yeah,
Chris-
hold back.
Thank you.
Chris will be sitting there farting and singing.
Oh, well, then Spanky would feel right at home.
My husband's nickname's Spanky.
Burger King tacos.
For anybody who doesn't know.
Wait, Chris didn't hear that. He was too busy.
Her husband's name is Spanky.
Oh no. Oh no. For real?
Everybody loves it. Do you want to come say hi?
He likes a little spanky.
You can come stand behind us. Shut up and come here.
Ooh, what you got going on there? Is that cheesecake?
Key lime
Is
pie.
that cheesecake for real?
No, that's key lime pie.
You had that.
Yeah.
Baseball team, the Yankees?
This is my husband.
How y'all doing?
Notice he hugs Tammie, not me.
Damn, don't die,
We're
Chris.
getting along better.
Don't
Yeah, we're
die.
getting along a little better.
I can't eat this pie.
Tammie loves me.
What'd he say?
Oh, Kentucky Wildcats. Oh my God.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's all Big Blue KU.
Uh-oh.
Born and bred.
I have a hillbilly husband.
No, he's got this whole rivalry thing going on. Whatever. KU's out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
Absolutely. Away from all the idiots.
you said KU out in the middle of nowhere.
Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh, nowhere.
I've
Y'all
been
in
there.
Kansas?
Kristen,
Huh?
Kristen, you're in Kansas?
Oh, we're all in Kansas.
He is.
They are.
What part?
Kansas City.
Awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
we're in Olathe.
Well, Olathe.
Nobody knows that.
Johnson County. You know. It's all Kansas.
It's all Kansas.
My nose back.
I want to go there and hunt.
Kansas.
He wants to go there and hunt, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, Dodge City. If you want to go pheasant hunting, go to
Deer.
there. Oh, deer.
We can get birds here.
Deer, Kansas.
we give them two.
Oh, hunting deer.
Yeah, hunting deer. I have no idea.
She does.
You can hunt over there.
No, but where to hunt?
Oh, you drop me off there somewhere. I can find you.
We're going from ghost
We
hunting
want to
deer
take you
hunting.
ghost
I
hunting.
know, right?
We've gone from ghost hunting to deer hunting.
No,
She's the only
we got
hunter
to
down
make
here
him,
that's,
you
pheasant
know,
hunting.
break in a good set of defense first.
Still got 6 people
Where's
watching.
Dorothy? Look, Tony said, "Where's Dorothy?"
Mm.
Oh, hang on. Is Tony on here?
Yeah, definitely not in Kansas no more.
I can't see who's on here anymore.
Not there any longer. I don't eat these Skittles. How you expect to grow up, be big and fat like me?
Oh, hey, Tony. What?
Tony said, "Where's Dorothy?"
I don't even see that on here. Well, I don't know. I can tell you where Annie is, but
Yeah, Annie run around there someplace.
You can go to Dorothy's house, though.
Yeah.
oh my goodness, we should have.
It's in the other corner of Kansas, though.
This is what all night at cabin's gonna be. We're gonna have the fit of the giggles at the cabin.
Oh boy.
Do what, the giggles at the cabin?
Yeah, we're all gonna be in a fit of giggles at the cabin.
Fuller house.
I can't wait for the cabin. I'm excited.
Not much longer.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
For the varsity blues scandal.
All right,
Have you
demon
heard-
stuff.
I was watching
Chris, have you heard of Vale Mansion?
Vale Mansion.
Vale Mansion?
Vicky
Yeah.
Vale.
Vaile. Where is it, Tony?
They had her walking around the courthouse.
But my man was mentioned
Independence, Missouri.
something called the Lemp Mansion out in St. Louis.
LEMP.
LEMP.
Huh. She says it's in Independence, Missouri, Chris.
Not the
No, not the Lemp Mansion.
No.
Oh, Vale Mansion.
Rail Mansion.
Vale.
Vale Mansion. No.
Was that?
That was Stitch.
You alright, buddy? You gonna make it? Huh?
I guess there's also the Crescent one down in.
Eureka.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
Eureka?
Who is that?
Yes,
Who's
yes.
asking if you're going to make it? Is that your husband?
You guys ever,
He's asking the dog because
Yeah.
the dog snored.
They basically said.
It didn't sound like a snort though.
oh, about going in?
Oh, wait a minute.
Tony's
Chris.
going there next weekend.
I guess they had like a fire or something like that there recently.
Chris, tell me what this looks like. I just brought up Vale Mansion.
Landkeeper.
Hang on.
It's a planet.
Dang it. Tell me what that looks like to you when you get it up on screen.
Oh, I gotta wait for it to come up.
That could be taken so many ways.
Yes, because
It went
It's so tiny.
straight over his head.
Oh. You said it, not us.
You're number one.
You have to go back and watch the live again, Chris.
Too many
Chris,
distractions.
what does that place look like to you?
Like Sour Castle on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Let me see.
It looks like Sour Castle.
A little bit, yeah.
This is where Tony is going next weekend.
Mm.
Huh.
Should've
I
seen
wonder
it.
if there's something about this kind of structure, because a lot of homes out in the Midwest that have this structure, there seems to be a lot
That
of...
is a cool looking house, though. I mean,
Well, you gotta understand, it's put your like cattle industries out here.
You know,
People, all these barons building these houses. Like
Dale Mansion.
that's where one of the people are going.
Here, this is
All the
sour...
way to top parts and corn.
All parts and corn. Don't forget the wheat.
All right, here, this is Sour Castle. This is out where once
Sour?
it... Yeah.
That's what my friend's gonna go to, so. Yes,
Yeah, that's very private.
I know the groundskeeper guy.
Ooh.
And you can just take him a pizza and he'll let you in.
Oh, hey,
It's,
Did you hear
it's coming
that?
up.
We can afford that.
we can afford that. Just need to take the trip there.
There we go.
I was like, what?
So
After work and.
I grew up less than 10 minutes away from that.
they
Yeah,
all
like-
have that center structure.
Oh, Tony's going to the cabin too.
Yes, she is. She's coming all the way from Iowa,
Oh.
Missouri.
Where's this cabin?
Iowa, right, Tony?
Oh, the cabin is in
Mechanicsville.
Oh,
She's
hell,
coming-
ain't nothing scary in Mechanicsville.
Oh yeah, it is. Have you seen some of the people there?
They,
No place
I
I see
was
some
told that
people.
once you grow up in Mechanicsville, you don't leave. Is that true?
Yep.
When you grow up there,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't grow up
I don't
there.
know, I generally just don't try to go there.
Oh, she's coming from Omaha,
Omaha.
You got another one.
Nebraska. Oh, she just wrote Nebraska.
I grew up here in Powhatan, and then
Oh.
I went to high school in Tappahannock, so
Yeah, no, it's
They're
pretty.
I
my
kind
aunt.
of skipped Mechanicsville altogether.
They're Ace. Anita
Yeah.
Edwards. Do you know her? Because she grew up in Powhatan and went.
Is that her maiden name?
Tammie would know better than me. She talks
think
more
so.
people than I do.
How old is she? About how old is a person? Is she?
I think she's 10 years older than me, so she's probably 50.
Happening. Spent a long investigations and
That's
stuff.
closer to your age.
I pretty much stuck with like since Enriquez.
Yeah.
I'll send you afterwards. I'll send you a link to her
Okay.
Facebook and see if you recognize her.
No, it's kind of like like truckins in a way.
See,
It's
look,
like-
he's already burping and
There's no-
bubbling and all sorts of stuff over there.
And that just came from his
No.
little bit of turkey that he
Just-
ate.
Listen to them.
That he inhaled.
They're talking shit on you burping up pie and turkey.
And he's not even paying attention. But everybody else
Yeah,
is.
my mom was talking to me, so
Oh yeah,
You
Mama
better
talks,
listen to
you
her.
listen.
god dang, bunch of yippy little yippies.
Okay, I'll remember that when you get home.
Yep, we got you.
3-1. We got you.
Next weekend at the exchange.
Tammie's going to be there, and I didn't get any ticket.
I'll be in Myrtle Beach.
We just said you were burping and bubbling over there.
I know, because they were having a hard time distinguishing between.
Oh, no.
Can you see yourself?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I can see myself. See, it's a little window right there.
That's like.
Oh. What is meant more
Almost
room?
$4,000 guitar. Temperature, climate.
All right, well.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, the big face.
No, my uncle's guitar.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Oh,
All right.
please don't.
Well, I think we're gonna call it. Now Tony's got the O face in chat.
Hey, Bill Days, while you're in there.
All right,
just
ladies.
sitting
Well,
down.
you have a good one.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. So, well, are you gonna hang around for a second or no?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, maybe a little bit here.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. So,
All right.
but just hang out for 1 second.
Still will.
And we'll just say thank you to everybody who's joined us tonight. Thank you, Tony and Brian and Millie and Fred and, well, Matthew's over there. I don't know if he's still on the feed, but thank you everybody for joining us. And we'll see you again. Yes, thank you. Thank you for coming. And let me get my controls up here so I look like I know what the hell I'm doing here, huh? We'll see you all next week.
All right.
Have a good night.